Hello, my friends, and welcome to Oil for the Journey. We are following along with the Bridges for Peace, Ignite the Truth Bible reading plan. My name is Tony Turner, and I'll be your journey reader for today. The reading for today is from Ecclesiastes, chapters 9 through 12, and I'll be reading from the New American Standard Bible. As I was growing up, I can recall hearing wise old sayings from some of my elders, teachers, parents, and things, but I didn't recognize how wise those old sayings were until I got older myself and started experiencing life. It's interesting that as we mature, we find that some things are just more important than others. And we want to remember some of those things that we heard in our youth, especially when they come from the Word of God, so that we can navigate through this life. My prayer today is that we will hear some of those words that will be like seeds that take root, that build our faith, that build our trust and our knowledge of God, and help us when we need the most. So Ecclesiastes chapter 9. For I have taken all this to my heart, even to examine it all, that righteous people, wise people, and their deeds are in the hands of God. People do not know whether it will be love or hatred. Anything awaits them. It is the same for all. There is one fate for the righteous and one for the wicked, for the good, for the clean, and the unclean, for the person who offers a sacrifice and for one who does not sacrifice. As the good person is, so is the sinner. The one who swears an oath is just as the one who is afraid to swear an oath. This is an evil in everything that is done under the sun, that there is one fate for everyone. Furthermore, the hearts of the sons of mankind are full of evil, and insanity is in their hearts throughout their lives. Afterward, they go ahead to the dead. For whoever is joined to all the living, there is hope. For better a live dog than a dead lion. For the living know that they will die, but the dead do not know anything, nor do they have any reward any longer. For their memory is forgotten. Indeed, their love, their hate, and their zeal have already perished, and they will no longer have a share in all that is done under the sun. Go then, eat your bread in happiness and drink your wine with a cheerful heart, for God has already approved your works. See that your clothes are white all the time, and that there is no lack of oil on your head. Enjoy life with the wife you love all the days of your futile life, He has given you under the sun, all the days of your futility. For this is your reward in life, and your work which you have labored under the sun. Whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might, for there is no activity, planning, knowledge, or wisdom in Sheol, where you're going. I again saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, and the battle is not to the warriors, and neither is bread to the wise, nor wealth to the discerning, nor favor to the skillful. For time and chance overtake them all. For indeed, a person does not know his time, like a fish that are caught in a treacherous net and birds caught in a snare. So the sons of mankind are ensnared in an evil time when it suddenly falls on them. This too I saw as wisdom under the sun, and it impressed me. There was a small city with a few men in it, and a great king came to it, surrounded it, and constructed large siege works against it. But there was found in it a poor wise man, and he saved the city by his wisdom. Yet no one remembered that poor man. So I said, wisdom is better than strength. But the wisdom of the poor man is despised, and his words are ignored. The words of the wise, heard in calm, are better than the shouting of a ruler among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. Chapter 10. Dead flies turn a perfumer's oil rancid. So a little foolishness is more potent than wisdom and honor. A wise person's heart directs him toward the right, but the foolish person's heart directs him toward the left. Even when the fool walks along the road, his sense is lacking, and he demonstrates to everyone that he is a fool. If the ruler's temper rises against you, do not abandon your place, because composure puts great offenses to rest. There is an evil I have seen under the sun, like a mistake that proceeds from the ruler. Foolishness is set in many exalted places, while the rich sit in humble places. I have seen slaves riding on horses and princes walking like slaves on the land. One who digs a pit may fall into it, and a serpent may bite one who breaks through a wall. One who quarries stones may be hurt by them, and one who splits logs may be endangered by them. If the axe is dull and he does not sharpen its edge, then he must exert more strength. Wisdom has the advantage of bringing success. If the serpent bites before being charmed, there is no benefit for the charmer. Words from the mouth of a wise person are gracious, while the lips of a fool consume him. The beginning of his talking is foolishness, and the end of it is evil insanity. Yet the fool multiplies words. No person knows what will happen, and who can tell him what will come after him? The labor of a fool makes him so weary that he does not even know how to go to a city. Woe to you, land whose king is a boy and whose princes feast in the morning. Blessed are you, land whose king is of nobility and whose princes eat at the appropriate time for strength and not for drunkenness. Through extreme laziness, the rafters sag, and through idleness, the house leaks. People prepare a meal for enjoyment. Wine makes joyful, and money is the answer to everything. Furthermore, in your bedroom, do not curse a king, and in your sleeping rooms, do not curse a rich person. For a bird of the sky will bring the sound, and the winged one will make your word known. Chapter 7. Cast your bread on the surface of the waters, for you will find it after many days. Divide your portion to 7 or even to 8, for you do not know what misfortune may occur on the earth. If the clouds are full, they pour out rain on the earth. Whether a tree falls toward the south or toward the north, wherever the tree falls, there it lies. One who watches the wind will not sow, and one who looks at the clouds will not harvest. Just as you do not know the path of the wind and how the bones are formed in the womb of the pregnant woman, so you do not know the activity of God who makes everything. Sow your seed in the morning, and do not be idle in the evening, for you do not know whether one or the other will succeed, or whether both of them alike will be good. The light is pleasant, and it is good for the eyes to see the sun. Indeed, if a person lives many years, let him rejoice in them, but let him remember the days of darkness, for they will be many. Everything that is to come will be futility. Rejoice, young man, during your childhood, and let your heart be pleasant during the days of young manhood. And follow the impulses of your heart and the desires of your eyes. yet know that God will bring you to judgment for all of these things. So remove sorrow from your heart and keep pain away from your body, because childhood and the prime of life are fleeting. Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Remember also your Creator in the days of your youth, before the evil days come and the years approach, when you will say, I have no pleasure in them. There, before the sun and the light, the moon and the stars are darkened, and the clouds return after the rain, on the day that the watchmen of the house tremble, and the strong men are bent over. The grinders stop working because they are few, and those who look through windows grow dim. And the doors on the street are shut as the sound of the grinding mill is low, and will arise at the sound of the bird, and all of the daughters of song will sing softly. Furthermore, people are afraid of a high place and of terrors on the road. The almond tree blossoms, the grasshopper drags itself along, and the caperberry is ineffective. For man goes to his eternal home while the mourners move around, in the street. Remember your Creator before the silver cord is broken, and the golden bowl is crushed. The pitcher by the spring is shattered, and the wheel at the cistern is crushed. Then the dust will return to the earth as it was, and the spirit will return to God who gave it. Futility of futilities, says the preacher, all is futility. In addition to being wise, the preacher also taught the people knowledge, and he pondered, searched out, and arranged many proverbs. The preacher sought to find delightful words and to write words of truth correctly. The words of the wise are like goads, and the masters of these collections are like driven nails. They are given by one shepherd. But beyond this, my son, be warned. The writing of many books is endless, and excessive study is wearying to the body. The conclusion, when everything has been heard, is fear God and keep his commandments, because this applies to every person. For God will bring every act to judgment, everything which is hidden, whether it is good or evil. God bless you.